G'day guys, Tuesday morning and we are back into it. If you're wondering why I'm looking so tired this morning, we've got some pretty exciting news from the last week. We've just had our first baby girl. She arrived into the world last Monday night and we took her home Thursday night, and needless to say the last few nights have been pretty sleepless. But we've got a little bit of an emergency one to get to this morning and a couple of other ones that were urgent as well. So the first one we're going to this morning is up here in Terry Hills at a farm. They've got some stables down the back and they were feeding over the weekend after some heavy rain, and they heard some sizzling from some cables and they could smell a bit of a burning smell. So they basically isolated the circuit and called us straight away. So we're here and we're about to go in and check that out and see what we can find. Okay, so what we've done is pulled this junction box apart and we just did a little bit of testing on these cables. It did seem to be a fault, and what we've actually found, if we can get this out, and see if we can install a new cable and put a new switch on it, because this originally went down to the switch. But we'll give that a shot and see. We can see this has been chewed up probably by rats and possums, but here's the actual fault. Now you can see just how close this was to starting a fire, really. And this has probably been going on for quite a while. And the only real sign to the clients was that the light started staying on permanently, and that's because it's been chewed through both insulators here, and the wires are actually touching each other and probably arcing between each other, which is where that burnout comes from. So a lot wrong with this installation. For one, flexible lead should never be installed permanently. It's only for extension leads and appliances and that sort of thing. So yeah, exactly. So it has happened before, and someone thought just a little bit of tape might fix it up. Pretty fucking dodgy if you ask me. So we found the fault in that cable up behind this timber panel here, which we showed you is the blackened out flexible cable. So what we've done is we've rerun the cable inside this wall along here, and then we've run a new bit of piping down to a new switch in here. The old switch was on this side, but I didn't really want to put it back there just because we've got all these tools. There's a bit of potential for it to be damaged. Now the rest of the wiring at this place is pretty questionable. We're going to be putting in a quote and a recommendation to replace this and run it all in conduit and weatherproof fittings. As you can see, it's pretty gnarly. A lot of it's covered in possum piss. Some of it is even exposed. This stuff up there. You can see those marks on the wall is basically just possum piss running down there. You can see it's all over the cable. Not good. Should probably be waterproof. Hey guys, today's job was the second job we've seen this week with burnt out cables. Today's job was caused by rats chewing through the insulation, and the one we saw earlier this week was caused by old deteriorating cable. It is imperative to have your home inspected by a licensed electrician. Give us a call today and we'll come out and we'll perform a free health inspection to make sure your house is up to current regulations. Also, don't forget to like below and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date to all that's happening in the world of Plateau Electrical. Cheers, guys.